Have you ever noticed how some people treat their pets like family? Not just a dog or a cat, but their baby. They talk to them, celebrate their birthdays, even worry about how they're feeling. To some, it looks funny or even too much. But to others, it makes perfect sense. So here's the question. Why do some people form such deep emotional bonds with their pets? Is it loneliness, compassion, or something deeper happening in the psychology of attachment? Stick around until the end, because understanding this might help you understand yourself a little better too. For some people, the connection begins as comfort and turns into something sacred. Maybe they grew up in a home where love had conditions. You had to behave, achieve, or fit in just right to feel seen. Then one day, you meet this little creature that loves you simply because you exist. No judgment, no expectations, just presence. Psychologists call this unconditional positive regard, the kind of acceptance humans rarely experience, but deeply crave. That's why pets can become emotional anchors. They create a space where people finally feel safe enough to be themselves. For someone who's been hurt, betrayed, or misunderstood, a pet can feel like the first being that ever truly stayed. Then there's another group, people who naturally have high empathy and emotional sensitivity. They don't just care about their pets, they attune to them. They notice tiny changes in mood, behavior, even energy. In psychology, this is connected to emotional attunement, the ability to sense and respond to another's emotional state. For these people, the bond isn't just companionship, it's communication without words. They feel what their pet feels, and that mutual understanding forms a kind of silent friendship. But there's also a deeper layer, the one tied to our evolutionary wiring. Humans are social creatures, built for connection. When that need isn't fully met through people because of stress, loss, or even modern isolation, the brain naturally redirects that attachment to where it feels safest. And pets, with their predictable love and emotional stability, become that safe place. This doesn't mean it's unhealthy. In fact, research shows that bonding with pets can lower anxiety, reduce loneliness, and even regulate heart rate. They become emotional regulators, like a living form of therapy. But there's a fine line. For some, the attachment runs so deep that the thought of losing their pet triggers intense fear, sadness, or even panic. This is called anticipatory grief, mourning something before it's gone. It's a reflection not of weakness, but of how much love and safety that animal represents. Because to them, that pet isn't just an animal, it's home. And here's what's beautiful. This kind of love often says more about you than your pet. It shows your capacity for empathy, consistency, and care. It reveals that even in a disconnected world, you still choose connection. That you're capable of loving something purely, with no return expected, and that's rare. So whether you're the type who can't fall asleep without your dog nearby, or you talk to your cat like a roommate, it all comes from the same place, the human need to bond and be understood. For some, that understanding comes from people. For others, it comes from the gentle eyes of a creature that doesn't need to speak to say, "I'm here." The truth is, loving a pet deeply doesn't make you weak or dependent. It makes you human. Because sometimes, the purest form of love doesn't come in words. It comes in purrs, tail wags, and quiet moments of presence. So next time someone says, "It's just a pet," remember, they may never understand what it's like to be loved without conditions. But you do. If this spoke to you, make sure to subscribe. We explore more psychological topics that uncover why we feel the way we do.